Hello guys, and welcome to another edition of Rage Against the Dice. Today, we're taking a look at all but one of the miniatures from the Fallout miniatures game starter set. Now, I know what you're thinking, why haven't you included one of them? Well, one of them was just the alien that I got. I don't actually know if you get that with all the sets, or whether it was just because I got one of the pre-order sets. I'm not sure. So I can't say one way or another, but I haven't painted it. Because although, obviously, they're from Fallout 3, it is a real thing. I'm not that fussed on painting them. I'm going to do it at some point. But I thought what we'd do is we'd have a look at the miniatures that I have painted. Now, I'm going to be critical of the models, but I need to very specifically say that I'm being critical of the models in the state I got them in. And I'll explain more as we go. Now, I have the starter set in the plastic PVC. I also have seen the starter set in resin, so I do know the difference in the quality of the models. So where I'm going to be a little bit more critical of some of the models in this set, of my set that I've painted up currently, they are the plastic PVC ones. It is not representative of the resin range that Modiphius do, which is a much higher quality. With the PVC plastic, you lose a lot of the detail. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have a look at each of the models, and you can see them. So we're going to start off with the Deathclaw. And as you can see, normally I would get my light box out for this. But this was just a quick kind of off-the-cusp video. I've recently just varnished them. And they've just cured, so they're no longer sticky to the touch, and the shine's gone off them. So I thought, before I put them away, I'll just show you guys them. So then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the 3 super mutants. Now, this one's my favourite. I know what you're thinking, Kev, why haven't you straightened that up? I have multiple times, and it just keeps flopping back down. You can't see the bend that well there, but yeah, so I know super mutants don't normally have red eyes, but I wanted to give this one red eyes, so he looked like he was more frenzied, so because he's swinging the hammer. It's very simple paint. As soon as I realised that the PVC wasn't brilliant, it changed my paint style on these models. So these are much more tabletop standard. There's this next guy. So it's not indicative. I mean, you guys have seen some of my better works compared to these. But I like them for what they are. I got them to a standard I was happy with. Now, this guy, he had virtually no face. You can see, if I go very closely, that there's very little detail, which is why I added the face paint. There's Ghost Dryer. Nice. And then the 2 super mutant dogs. Now, the dogs come in a variety of colours when you play the different games, from the greens all the way up to, like, flesh-coloured, and that's the same as the super mutants, of course. Now, because I went for an orky-based green on the super mutants, I wanted to keep their dogs similar. I am going to get myself a set of the resin starter, so I can paint it up again so I can do a comparison. But yeah, so I'll probably paint those in a different colour flesh, because they can be used together. Now, this was obviously the easiest model to paint. I sprayed it black in the start. I then dry brushed it Warplock Bronze, which is the old the new version of Tin Bits, which is like a very, very meh, like a coppery colour. And then I gave it varying stages of dry brushes, and then I just edge highlighted it. But it's just Games Workshop silvers, nothing spectacular, with layered washes. And the wash was actually a mix of 1 part Agrax Earthshade and 2 parts Nuln Oil, so it had a rusty-ish feel to it. Because, again, I'd changed my paints, I decided not to give the gun any colouring to it. Quite often you'll see the guns with some colour and stuff to them, but I didn't bother with that. So this is the slave guy who can work for both sides. With his flesh, I went for a lot darker because he's not a vault dweller. He'll have been out, I guess, in whichever setting you're going to set it in. Now, being that I prefer Fallout 1 and 2 in New Vegas, Obviously, my guys are from a desert-based area, so I wanted him to represent that. So he's not as pale as the Vault Dwelling miniatures that I've painted up. And I know what you're thinking, and you only get one Vault Dweller in the starter set, and that's true, but I have painted up my other guys to also look like Vault Dwellers. So first we'll have a look at Dogmeat, who was an absolute joy to paint. I had a lot of fun painting Dogmeat. And I'll have even more fun painting the resin version of him. I was trying to brush something away, which is actually something that had landed on my camera screen. I think it's like an eyelash or something. Somehow I'm just shedding like an animal. Here she had, and it's hard to pick it up on the camera, but she had very little detailing on her face. And again, that's mainly because of the PVC. So I don't hold it, and it sounds like I'm being quite negative, but I'm not. I had a lot of fun painting up these models, and I'm really excited that I've got my set painted. I've got my NCR model on the way, and I've heard that the New Vegas stuff's coming out this year. Obviously, everything like the apocalypse pending. But yeah, so here it is. You can see that I've gone with they've got the blue Vault trousers, and then she's got like a jacket and a top on. The detailing on the face, again, wasn't very good. It's better in person than it's picked up on the camera. And then the last one is this one. And again, it's got the blue on there. It's got the armor and stuff over the top. It's got a little white t-shirt there, which was under the Vault suit. And then you've got the Vault suit where it's been damaged. And then it's got the rest of it. It's got the little stim pack in the hand, and then it's got the gun. And again, the face isn't being caught on camera as good, or not as good, but as detailed as it looks in person. But that's the starter set. As you can see, I've tried to tie them in as much as possible. I've got, weirdly, you'd think I would have gone for a desert base, bearing in mind which version of Fallout I enjoy. But I didn't. I went with the mud, and the reason being was I was painting them up at the same time as painting something else, and I'd already mixed the colour. I'm sure a lot of you I can kind of identify with that. There'll be those who don't paint that often who probably don't. But yeah, I really like them. As I said, I will stress that the PVC plastic isn't brilliant, but it's not the end of the world. So that's my set painted up, and you get 12 models in the set. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then, as I said, I'll just show you it. If you saw my unboxing video of it, you'll have seen this model anyway. But it's this guy. I've currently got him sprayed up grey, because he was luminous green. And I am going to paint him, don't get me wrong. And it might actually get painted up. Oh, I need to touch up some of that there. You can tell he's just been sprayed the once and I'm throwing on my desk. What I tend to do is I put them all on my little stick or my board, depending on what I'm doing. I'll spray them all, and then when it's time to paint them, I'll usually individually go back and then spray like the below areas. Or if it's like a black or something, I'll use some of my Vallejo brush on. But yeah, so it will get painted up, and it'll probably get painted up during one of the brush reviews or something like that. But it's not as important to me. We've got Father's Day coming up, though, and I have asked my much better half if I can maybe get some pretty Fallout-y stuff. Now, I haven't got into the rules yet, partly because of lockdown and things like that, so I can't really comment on the game itself. I did kind of watch a couple of other people's videos on it, though, and it does seem like a very complex game, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we shall see. But yeah, so I've got these painted. Obviously, when any new stuff I get comes, I'll do some unboxings. If I don't use them for the Fallout game, I'm going to use them for 7TV Apocalypse, so you guys will definitely get to see them on the channel. I know Sparks has already got himself the Super Mutant starter set, and I know we haven't done an unboxing, but I don't think he's built them or anything yet, so maybe, depending on how the crap long it is this lockdown, maybe we'll actually get a chance to do an unboxing and stuff on them. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. What I'll do is at the end I'll stick some photos of each of them so you can have a look at them in a bit more detail. But I do appreciate you sticking with me and watching the video, as always. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Go across to Modifius and check out them. They've also got the new Elder Scroll game coming out. They cover a load of RPGs. I mean, if there's an RPG on the market at the moment, you can buy it from their website. That's obviously hyperbole, but it's kind of true. Or a large percentage of them anyway. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you think of the models in the comments. Be kind. But yeah, pray the dice gods and hope to smile upon you. Take care, guys. Bye.